Everything Everywhere All at Once is a non-linear thrill ride that made some confused viewers pull all of their hair out all at once. Looking for answers? Here's a handy guide to the film's most head-scratching concepts. After the basics of the film's multiversal plotline are explained, the alternate Waymond has to extradite Evelyn from a dangerous situation using impressive and unexpected martial arts prowess. Before doing so, he retrieves a tube of lip balm from his fanny pack and chews it, unlocking his abilities. It turns out that people who hop between universes can access skill sets possessed by alternate versions of themselves by finding the universe where a version of them knows how to do the relevant task. In order to make a connection with whatever universe the necessary skills are from, the user must perform something random enough to channel said universe's probability wavelength. At first, these random events are simple enough. Eating lip balm, giving yourself a specific number of paper cuts, and professing love for someone who's trying to kill you all qualify. But as the film progresses, the skills and the work necessary get stranger and stranger. The process of hopping through universes is delicate and takes a lot of time and training to hone. Evelyn is very new to all of this, and the circumstances do not afford her the luxury of lengthy instruction. As such, she fails early on when she tries to access a universe that can make her a better fighter. Instead of gaining skills, she accidentally connects to a world where everyone has long, bendy, cylindrical fingers that are exactly as goofy as they sound.
You're living your worst you. I can't be the worst. What about the hot dog one?
As the film explains, a particular aberration causes each universe to branch off on its own. Every time Evelyn is shown one of these branches, she can see exactly where in her life she moved away from the path and created it. But this particular universe is hand-waved away as being inexplicable. It's just a world where somehow humans evolved to have hands with hot dog fingers. This is initially played for laughs, but in subsequent scenes, we return to this alternate world where Evelyn is in a relationship with an alternate version of Deirdre, her IRS auditor. This big broad joke turns out to contain real catharsis and a sweet metaphor about how even in a world where we have hot dogs for fingers, we get better at using our feet. One of the more straightforward universes Evelyn encounters is the one she draws the bulk of her martial arts skills from. It's a version of her life where she never left China with her future husband Waymond, and wound up meeting a teacher who relentlessly trained her to be a skilled fighter. She became so talented, in fact, that she moved to Hollywood and became a huge movie star renowned for her work in action films, not unlike Michelle Yeoh herself. At a point at the film's runtime that could reasonably serve as an endpoint, Evelyn dies, and the credits begin to actually roll. They're the real credits, crediting the real filmmakers, which sells this moment as the saddest ending to a movie imaginable, before pulling out to reveal that in the Hollywood Evelyn timeline, the movie premiere she's been at this whole time is for the movie we've been watching, which follows the main Evelyn's journey.
Where is she? Where's our daughter?
This fake-out works incredibly well because Everything Everywhere All at Once is longer than similar films. Its faux ending is thus conceivable, and all the more so because the plot has already seeded the Hollywood angle so well. In the Hollywood Evelyn universe, this version of our heroine runs into the Waymond she hasn't seen since they broke up in her youth. She's astonished to see him looking well, having assumed he grew destitute from financial failure in America without her there to steer and motivate him. But this Waymond seems healthy, successful, and strangely at peace. Many of the alternate worlds Evelyn has seen seem better than her own. She's happier in them because she didn't get married, didn't have a family, and didn't end up taking care of the father who made her this way. But this universe plunges further into the film's what-if premise to show the folly inherent in its perspective. It's also one of the most important strands of the film's tightly woven third act, because it's key to reminding Evelyn why she fell for Waymond in the first place. Even in a world where she abandoned him, he's still willing to give them another shot, because he loves her that much. But some viewers may be put off by the seemingly strange way these sequences are shot. This movie maintains a kaleidoscopic visual language that encompasses a lot of tones to account for multiple universes. This sequence, however, has more of its own style than almost any other. It is uniquely melodramatic. As some cinephiles will notice, it specifically calls to mind the work of Wong Kar-wai, particularly the films In the Mood for Love and its quasi-sequel 2046. The biggest reveal of Everything Everywhere All at Once comes relatively early on, but the full scope of its implications take a while to unpack. At first, all we know about the existential threat that is Jobu Tupaki is that they were once someone who hopped between universes like others from the Alpha world, and that keeping too many alternate realities together in one mind caused them to crack. Soon after, we learn that Jobu is Joy, Evelyn's daughter. In the Alpha world, Evelyn, the first person to discover the multiverse's existence, pushed her daughter harder and harder. Eventually, she lost herself and became a profoundly powerful agent of chaos and destruction.
Don't worry, Evelyn. It's organic.
Our Evelyn's initial forays into verse hopping prove difficult because all she sees are better versions of herself in her life. But what Joy experiences is more harrowing. She can see that in every world, no matter what dynamic forms between her and her mother, there is still suffering and confusion. She exists in infinite worlds, and all of them stink. Initially, it seems like Joy is obsessed with finding and killing every Evelyn as revenge, but really, she wants to find one who will understand her and see existence for what it is, so she doesn't have to struggle alone. Jobu's godlike abilities showcase some of the film's most fascinating and visually arresting ideas, but the real magic is in the emotional underpinning of her arc. The over-the-top villain origin of Joy being pushed too hard by her scientist mother is suitable for the genre, but every infraction from every Evelyn onto every Joy is portrayed as equally cataclysmic. Our Evelyn's key betrayal, hiding Joy's sexuality from Evelyn's father, proves to be just as traumatic and harmful as another Evelyn experimenting on her daughter until she became a kind of anti-deity. This is the key to the film's exploration of existence and generational trauma.